Hello everybody, Ian Maddox, Hitchcock Maddox Financial Partners, and this is our Financial Planning Simplified video series. A new environment here, standing outside of Edgar's in Trussville. Obviously a beautiful courtyard and a beautiful day, not quite as hot as it's been, and glad to connect with you. I have been watching social media, and this is going to tie in a little bit to current events, but also an opportunity for education. So there's a lot of conspiracy floating around with all of the social tension, the things with COVID, just et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And of course, we're going into an election cycle, which means there's a lot of conflicting messages floating around. Understand that completely. I think this is kind of par for the course in the last 5 or 10 years, certainly the last couple of election cycles. But one thing that I'm noticing is, we're all seeing this at stores, this idea of coin shortage, right? There's no coins. And unfortunately, I'm seeing some information floating around on social media that would tend to lead folks to believe there might be some conspiracy about this. So here's where the education comes in. There is something called velocity of money. If you've taken economics, you probably remember this. And it really, what it does is it's the idea of the measurement of a unit of money moving through the economy. So the number of transactions on a dollar bill or a quarter or whatever it is as it moves through the economy. And from an economics perspective, you do want to watch this. The federal government watches this. The Federal Reserve watches this. And there's 2 levels of money that they measure. And I won't go into the weeds too much here, but you have what's called M1 and you have M2. M1 is coinage, physical bills, right? So currency as it moves through the economy. And there is a logistics system where money goes in and out. It goes from a store back to a bank, maybe pulled back in by a Federal Reserve Bank and then circled back into the economy in some way, shape, or form. Then you have M2, and I won't get into a lot of that, but that also includes deposits, CDs, money market accounts, and things of that nature. So that's a broader measure of money. What we're talking about here right now with this coin shortage is really just a logistics issue. It's almost like the normal flow has been interrupted because of COVID. Sorry, we got a little bit of a siren background here. That's the nature of shooting video outside. So anyway, so this traffic jam of coins comes down to 2 things. One, people changed their spending behaviors during COVID. We all know that. We were all swiping cards. In many cases, people wouldn't even accept cash or coin. And so all of that coin that usually is circulating, going into a vending machine, going into a car wash, going into, you name it, that's all stopped. And so when I see things floating out there suggesting that there's some underlying agenda with the coins, I'll tell you right now, the agenda or the underlying issue is in your pocket, in your console in your car, in a coin box in your drawer. If you guys want to fix the problem, take your coins and go buy something. The Federal Reserve is working on this right now to fix it. So in addition to people not using coins because of COVID, the Mint also slowed down its production of coins. So this is just really a temporary thing. It will be resolved. There is no conspiracy, I promise. And this brings up a concept that I think I've mentioned on a video before. In philosophy, there's something called Occam's razor. And Occam's razor suggests, from a philosophical standpoint, that the simplest answer is usually the right one. The more assumptions you have to make to get to a conclusion, the lower the probability that that's the correct answer. And so a lot of conspiracies, require many assumptions to work. And so that's what I wanted to say today. Understand the velocity of money. Velocity has slowed down. It will be remedied. Give it 4 or 6 weeks and we'll be good. As usual, connect with us if we can be of help. Ian Maddox, HMFP.